All of Kansas City's dirtiest secrets flow through water treatment plants like this, the one near the mouth of the Blue River.
This is the flow from South Kansas City.
Kerry Robinson is a superintendent at this plant. 75% of the city's wastewater passes through here before it goes back to the mighty Missouri.
This is the second largest in the state of Missouri.
But some dirty secrets,
Your bottles, rags, you name it, we get it.
don't belong in the city's pipes.
When you put these down in your sewer, what they do is they can cause a clog.
Before treatment, these machines pull out the garbage and God knows what that flows in through sewers and storm drains.
Looking at this pile, I just see a lot of trash from my street.
There's one culprit in particular Robinson wishes would never end up here.
One of the main issues that we have are the wipes, the disposable wipes that people flush down.
Wet wipes for cleaning your body, your hands, and your house. They're often flushed down the toilet instead of thrown in the trash.
These wipes are great for cleaning and hygiene, but a lot of times their strong fibers don't break down very well in water. That's why the only thing you should be putting down a toilet is toilet paper.
Everything else, please put in your trash can and let it go to the landfill.
One of the best analogies I ever heard, take a wet paper towel and throw it at a cactus. It's gonna stick.
They're also a nightmare for plumbers and drain technicians like Brian Wines at AB May.
Think of the rust in there inside that pipe as little fingers that grab that.
They absorb grease and fat too. It's the most common reason for a clogged drain.
I have actually pulled out enough of the flushable wipes or disposable wipes out of a sewer line to fill a 5-gallon bucket.
If you think that's gross, imagine what happens if they reach the sewer.
It starts collecting more and more debris, getting larger and larger and larger.
Kansas City spends around $2 million cleaning sewers each year. Many of those problems are caused by wipes. They've also damaged pumps and other machinery. We found more horror stories from other cities in Missouri and Kansas.
It costs the city money to try to remove that clog out of the city line.
And Robinson says labels like flushable or designed for toilets may be full of it.
They say they're disposable, but really they're not.
He says it's better not to take chances.
Have a trash can right there and put in the trash can.
To make sure your business doesn't become the next dirty secret
Just think before you flush.
that he and others have to handle. In Kansas City, Nathan Vickers, KCTV5 News. There's so much a father can pass down to his children.
The biggest thing when I think of my dad is that his big bushy beard.
You can see the resemblance in Steve Garnett. He inherited the name from his dad, along with the beard, and also a love of cars.
Oh yeah, my dad and his whole side of the family, they actually own a mechanic shop here in town, and you know, it's in my blood.
That's part of why when a friend found a 1976 GMC Sierra pickup like the one Garnett's dad used to drive, young Steve bought it sight unseen. A check of the VIN number revealed it was the same truck his dad owned.
I didn't care what it looked like, I didn't care the price. When I found out it was there, I went and got it.
Garnett's father died suddenly when he was just 8. His truck was mostly rust by the time he found it.
The truck was gone. If it wasn't for it being his truck, this was in no way, shape, or form worth what I've done.
But over the last 2 years, he's poured hours of careful love into the project, bonding with his son Braxton.
I painted the frame and kind of got the rust off.
He rebuilt the engine and replaced the entire exterior.
You know, he's probably laughing at me right now thinking, man, you spent all that money on that truck, that was nothing. But that's one of the trucks that I remember, that's the one that came about. That's the one that happened.
Now that Garnett has his truck shining like new again, he's ready to show it to the world. And this week, he's doing just that.
I'm trying to put together a little cruise just in memory of him. That's what he did. He was into cars and he was into driving. So that's what I want to do.
His dad will be there for the ride too. Garnett hung a pendant of his ashes on the rearview mirror.
Seems like now that I'm able to tie something material in front of me to him, it's like he's here.
There's a lot of miles on this old truck. Memories of his dad.
Because I would kill just to hug my dad one more time.
But there's a lifetime of moments ahead with his son.
If your dad's still around, go for a ride with him. Go fishing with him, because one day he won't be here.
Moments they'll both treasure. In Leavenworth, Nathan Vickers, KCTV5 News. When Stan Stookey's fingers find their rhythm, The feet in the crowd tend to find theirs too.
That's what music is all about, isn't it?
They're familiar tunes, music through the decades, for an audience who's lived through a few.
He plays such a variety of music. I think everybody finds something that they enjoy.
You really feel good, you feel peaceful.
Before the pandemic, Stookey used to play here at the Cedar Lake Senior Living Community every week. This is his first concert in more than a year.
Him coming back into the building reestablishes a norm that they were so used to for so long.
Boys just wanted to come back and play for them. They've been so nice to me.
He's missed playing. Mary and Lloyd Brown have missed waltzing.
I think what everyone should have in a marriage is something that you can do together. Dancing makes us very happy.
I don't know that I ever do the same step twice. I don't think I could really dance with anybody else because she's just able to follow whatever stupid thing I do.
I make him look good.
Yes.
Sometimes Carl Cruz takes the stage for a duet. He's been playing the violin since he was 7.
When you get up in your 80s and 90s, it's nice to have something like that, something you enjoy.
Everyone is welcome to share the stage.
I always want to see an audience react to it. And so I missed getting that feedback.
A year without music, without waltzes, is coming to an end. The entertainment Stookey has brought back is care for the soul.
Music is all about leaving the people a little bit feeling better than they were when you first started playing.
Walking down Mass Street, you may find yourself invited to do something unusual with a marker
The only colors I have.
and a metal canvas.
Hi, would you guys like to sign my card to stand up against hate?
The hate River Storm is talking about happened last week. Someone scrawled threats and homophobic slurs on the hood of their car.
I've seen that written across the back of my car. I was like, what the?
Storm is part of the LGBTQ community and uses they, them, and he, him pronouns.
And I came to the realization, like, you know what? I'm not gonna cover this up. I'm not gonna let them win.
In place of the slurs, there are now rainbows and stickers, and the contributions
Any color.
of strangers.
Anywhere you want, except for my windows, please. I think some people are uneasy with it because it's like actual permission to graffiti my car.
A new signature, a new heartfelt message of love and support every few minutes.
That's really cute, to turn something horrible and ugly into something unique and beautiful and pretty to look at.
It's a small act, but hopefully it means something.
It goes right to my heart. It means the world to me. Like, I have the support of the people here in Lawrence.
River will do this again on Saturday and Sunday, collecting as many signatures as they can from people who want to show their support.
I think this shows that Lawrence does not stand for this kind of stuff.
Markers fade.
I mean, I like my car, but it's not like it means the world to me. It's the love behind it.
Kindness endures.
I appreciate your support.
In Lawrence, Nathan Vickers, KCTV 5 News. A little country church. It's a place that extends beyond its four walls.
It represents a community.
For Carrie Ritchie,
I think everybody should have a passion for something.
it represents the roots of the Stranger Township in Leavenworth County, where Ritchie and her neighbors,
Let's put the shovel down there.
even her grandkids, have spent many a day at work.
This building I thought was about ready to fall down.
It's got a lot of history here.
There's a reason we are where we are because we came from somewhere.
Settlers built this in 1868, making it the oldest standing wooden church in Kansas.
They knew what they were doing.
Talk about a firm foundation.
Very sturdy.
Jim Sloan's ancestors worshipped here.
My dad and some of my aunts and uncles came to Sunday school here when it was open.
But it hasn't really been open for decades. Hasn't served as a church for more than a century. In 1918, the Spanish flu hit Kansas communities hard.
The community had changed. The war was getting over. It just didn't open back up.
It sat empty for years, rarely used off and on for local clubs and meetings. The paint faded and it started to fall apart, until Sloan's father left behind a memorial fund to try to fix it up a few years ago.
Things can come back and kind of be reinvigorated, reborn, and come back to life.
They've started to turn back time, raising fallen tombstones and fixing what they can on their own, hiring restorationists for the exterior.
Since it was outside work, through the pandemic, they were thrilled. So was I.
The group has applied for grant money to help them with the next steps. They want to fix and refinish the floors. The ceilings need a lot of work too.
It won't completely finish the inside, but it will get it to a point where we can do tremendous amount of it ourselves and we could use it.
One crisis shut its doors. Another may open them.
History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
You want to grab this in?
Today is a milestone. An old rugged cross returns to the sanctuary looking like new.
Man, you did an awesome job on that.
Jeff Hunter's handiwork.
It's something positive that I can contribute.
It's a symbol of new life, maybe as a wedding venue or a chapel.
We definitely want to open it back up for the community to use.
Her community is reaching back to its beginnings.
I think it's important for our community, especially in this day and age with so much mobility, to have some place that people can look up to.
A firm foundation for their future. In Leavenworth County, Nathan Vickers, KCTV 5 News.